Hello and welcome back to another one of my Sims 4 speed building videos, and today I'm going to be building a cabin in the Sims 4 outdoor retreat world of Granite Falls, which is the camping world that your Sims can go on a holiday to. So this is a sort of nice, relaxing nature area. Place where you can become closer to nature. Yeah, I'm going to say it like that. So I decided to make a holiday cabin for your Sims. It's got a lot of wood patterns in it eventually, and I've thought carefully about the kind of rooms that you might need. So for example, I put a mudroom in here because if you're going hiking in the forest, then you are going to want a mudroom when you come back to your nice cozy cabin, and that's what this is. Before I get any further into the video, I just want to say a massive thank you to all the people who have been supporting me. So the people who have been commenting on my videos so far, but also to the people who I met at Oh No London, which was a meet-up for people who are fans of, James Turner, who runs Flabberleaky and The Sim Supply, Absolute Pixel, the guy who runs Absolute Pixel, the genie, and Critic Zeus, who runs Critic Zeus, the YouTube channel, and those three have been so supportive of me, especially the genie. Thank you to you, especially, and your friend Glitter Spark X, I believe your name is. Sorry if I got that wrong, but I'm doing this from my memory. But thank you to all of you for being so supportive, especially since since I joined Twitter and I made that fan art of the Oh No team. And if you haven't seen any of those channels that I mentioned, do just search them in the bar above, or I might put links on the screen if I am intelligent enough to remember. Especially Flabberleaky's channel, because he does a lot of Sims content too. And no doubt if you're watching my stuff, then you probably already have seen his stuff. I did not think about that. So ignore me, go and check out Absolute Pixel, because he does some funny stuff and he's been supporting me the most. Thank you, Genie. So actually talking about the builds now, this is a wood log cabin in the middle of the forest. So getting a lot of those wood textures in there, and I just wanted to break it up, so I put some stone textures around the sides. And although this is a shorter build than my previous Sims 4 build, it of course did come with some issues, because what's a building video without some building issues? And these issues that I'm talking about are of course the problems that you get when trying to create or trying to link fences to an upstairs wall in The Sims 4, as for some reason the roofs decide that they're going to pop in, and it looks incredibly ugly, which means I had to adapt my design for this build so that it didn't look as ugly. But I still think it turned out quite nicely. I managed to get in an extra sort of desk area in the on the upstairs landing in the sleeping area, and I drew inspiration from one of the other cabins that you get in the Sims 4 Outdoor Retreat. I can't remember what it's called, but it's one of the ones that's already there when you load up this world for the first time. And it's just sort of got a sleeping area upstairs that's open planet, and it overlooks the main living area. So that's what I've done with a lot of the accommodation in this room. I've actually got one separate bedroom, and then the other is just a landing overlooking area. So I'm putting in all the textures around the bottom here. As I said, most of it is just wood, and I think that's quite nice. Most of the decoration comes from the furniture in there, and it just gives a nice sort of country forest vibe, like you're on holiday and you don't need very many amenities. In fact, the only technology really in this house that there is a very small TV, and when I say very small, I mean the smallest TV that you can get in The Sims 4, and it's not the penguin one, because I don't think that fit. It's the just very small boxy looking one, and I might put that in later. But just decorating the downstairs floor here. I've skipped about a bit because I'm actually not sure why. I think it possibly stopped recording and I didn't notice, but you will see what I have done in the screenshots later. And I'm just putting in all the decorations in the downstairs area. This is once again very open plan. Got a dining area in the middle, a living room down one end with big open windows to look over the creek and forest, and I've also got a kitchen down the other end. And mentioning the creek earlier, this is actually, or that's actually what this cabin, I'd say, don't want to say house, this accommodation is named after. It's actually called Creekside Cabin, so if you want to download it, that's what it's called on the Sims 4 gallery. I didn't use any custom content, so you won't need to check that box. You can just search Creekside Cabana, or you can follow me on the gallery to be able to get to this build very quickly. And in fact, I just made a quick cut there because I just realised that I had about half a minute of a video just staring at a wall, obviously whilst I was doing something else, and I forgot to hit record or stop recording in The Sims 4, so I just had to cut that out to make sure that it wasn't extremely boring and that I had to comment over half a minute of just looking at a wall. I bet that would have been exciting. Could have gone into detail about the wall. Yes, you can see that there is some wood panelling here, and look at the fine detail on the grain. I'm going to stop doing this because it's just boring talking about a wall. Here, doing more of the decoration, there are 2 bathrooms on the upper floor and 1 bathroom on the lower floor, so it's a 3-bathroom accommodation, but I'm not really sure how many bedrooms there are, because specifically there's 1 bedroom and a sleeping area on the landing, but this lot can accommodate for, I think, 6 people sleeping, because there are 2 double beds and 2 single beds, so that makes a total of 6 people overall. And there you can see I just put in the tiny TV which I was talking about. So the master bedroom is separate from everything else. It's got a nice sunflower pattern, and then I'm just putting some decoration around the outside, like some planter boxes if your Sims want to get closer to nature or work on the herbalism skill. And then I'm also just going to put this hot tub around the back here and enclose it with some nice landscaping and some rocks and ferns that just look very appropriate in the Sims 4 Granite Falls. So I think that's it for the building, just putting in some flowers, and then we move on to the screenshots of this build. So I've got some slower screenshots today. Here are some nice screenshots of the outside of the build. As you can see, it fits in quite well to the camping area. We've got several entrances to the house, the main one, the mudroom, and then the back entrance, and then those nice big windows that look over onto the creek. Here are some screenshots of the inside. There's the main entrance hallway on a slightly raised area because I used a foundation for part of this house, but did some split leveling to get a slightly lower area. I think it gave a nice feel and added more levels into this house. There you saw the kitchen briefly, and then here's another shot of the main living area. I also put a lot of storage in this room because I thought on the holiday area there would be a lot of storage for maybe activities that you want to do outside or just resources. So I've put sort of lots of cupboards in with boxes and the hamper, or picnic hamper rather. And then here upstairs you can see there's the main sleeping area, and a nice shot of the 2 floors. There's the dining area, not the dining room, on the bottom floor, and here's the master bedroom with the sunflowers on the bed and also on the side. Here I think is the common bathroom on the top floor, and then just a few more looks around the house. I haven't shown any more screenshots of any other bathrooms because they're pretty much the same, this type of build. And then just got some floor plans. There's the upper floor and the lower floor. So I want to thank you all very much for watching, and goodbye.